So the final results in the poll: 40% went with the Jaguars tonight, 60% went with the Cincinnati Bengals. I went with the Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals won the game tonight. Now, I did, I was thinking about some things that allowed me to think that what if it goes the other way? What if the Jaguars win? Those things that I was seeing was that Trevor Lawrence played for the Clemson Tigers in college football. Well, Cincinnati Bengals, the Bengals are named after a tiger. So the big psyop that was happening tonight was that, oh, Trevor Lawrence, Clemson Tigers, going to defeat the Bengals for his first win. Now, that was definitely a psyop. Now, one person commented and said that Trevor Lawrence could get revenge uh, against Joe Burrow. My only problem with that is that the last time two college football quarterbacks played in the national championship game to face off in the regular season involved my Cardinals, USC's Matt Leinart against Texas Vince Young. Well, Vince Young was with the Titans. It was 2009. Kurt Warner got a concussion. He was out. Matt Leinart came into play. Uh, Matt Leinart and the Cardinals were winning. Vince Young had the ball at the 1 yard line. Vince Young drove down 99 yards to defeat Matt Leinart once again, as what happened in the BCS national championship game of 2005. It was like 4th and 5. Vince Young he ran in for the touchdown for the Texas Longhorns against USC, and history repeated itself when the Tennessee Titans had a big win against the Cardinals back in 2009. So in both instances, the winning quarterback won both matchups. And now the Jaguars were 1-0 last year and lost 15 straight. Jacksonville. Now, when I'm trying to decide who Urban Meyer's first win would be against, I want you to notice in the gematria calculator that it is Urban that has gematria 20. So this means that the losing streak ends in the 20th game, or the losing streak ends after 20 straight losses. So the losing streak is going to end in the 20th game since the Jaguars' last win, or it's going to happen the 21st game right after losing 20 straight. So you saw an interesting psyop with the schedule to throw people off. When we go to the Jaguars' schedule, I want you to notice something. So, 0-4, this is 19 straight losses. Their last win came against the Titans. Now, both the Titans game and the Dolphins are at home. So a win is due at home. Now, if they're 0-5, the gematria phrases are revolved around the name of the Super Bowl city or the name of the team that hosts the Super Bowl. So it's Rams as gematria 15. And I'd probably have to go with the Tennessee Titans over the Jaguars. You know, the last win against the Titans, next win against the Tennessee Titans. Which is interesting because if I recall, is Trevor Lawrence from Tennessee? Knoxville, Tennessee, Tennessee Titans. So you see that he's from Tennessee. When you see that the Tennessee Titans are coming up, I mean, I didn't recognize the fact that he was born at Knoxville, but when you look at those kind of things, you knew the Jaguars were not going to win the game tonight. Now, if the Titans win next week, if the Urban Meyer gets his first win against the Dolphins, is he the next Nick Saban? Because Nick Saban was the coach of the Dolphins. But the kind of things that you have to look for, you gotta be a follower of the game. Gotta know what has happened in the past. If they're revolving the storylines around the past, and to me, it's very clear. that Trevor Lawrence, Clemson Tigers, first win against the Bengals, the Tiger was a PSYOP. So it's either he gets the win against the team close to his hometown, Knoxville, Tennessee, or it's going to be potentially the next Urban Meyer, or the next Nick Saban, I should say. The next Nick Saban going to defeat the Miami Dolphins. That is what we have to look out for with the Jacksonville Jaguars. When we try to answer that fundamental question, will the losing streak end on the 20th game after 19 straight losses? Or is it going to fall in the 21st game right after losing 20 straight? It revolves around the coach, Urban Meyer. And despite the fact that the Cardinals gave up a long touchdown, the Cardinals were going to win the game. Young teams have problems finishing the job. I believe a PSYOP is on the way where Trevor Lawrence loses to the Titans instead of defeating the team from his hometown. So Urban Meyer's a match of 50, and Jack's opponents would begin 5-0. I really like the Miami Dolphins. I really like the Miami Dolphins to come in and lose the Jaguars against a team from the state of Florida. You have to look out for these kind of things. So Thursday was easy. We get the Cardinals and the Packers coming up in October on a Thursday. I really hope I can go to the Cardinals-Packers game. There's no lie about that. But then we look at the schedule. Rams-Seahawks. I mean, going to be pretty difficult. I mean, I think the Seahawks dynasty ends when San Francisco native Pete Carroll loses to the 49ers over at the Bay Area, or the Rams and the Seahawks. 2 losses to division rivals in a span of 5 days. I've seen the Cardinals do this before in 2013 during the first year of Bruce Arians. It's like the NFL knows what's going to happen with the Seahawks, so they schedule the Seahawks with 2 division rivals in a span of 5 days. Just little time to prepare. So my verdict is that Jacksonville will get the victory against the Miami Dolphins. We'll have to see. It's certainly possible the Tennessee Titans can win. Watch the whole video here. You're going to understand exactly what you have to look out for. So this is a must watch if you're leaning towards Jacksonville. Got to combine the numbers with the storylines. Most importantly, you got to make sense of the storylines first, and then you must judge your conclusions, analyze the schedule, and see how the numbers stack up with the potential scripts. So this is my advice to people who predicted Jacksonville this week. So take a look back at the video.